So I snuck out of the shop and I came down here to South Georgia Motorsports Park for one of their big racing event weekends. Now, we're out here with Hot Shot Secret, right? And they are big in the world of diesel performance. And the interesting thing about a race like this is you're starting to see more and more diesel guys show up. And, you know, it's good because those guys have really stepped their game up. You know, a couple of years ago, a diesel guy shows up at a drag race and the gas guys are like, oh, they're kind of chuckling, rolling their eyes and giggling a little bit. Well, those days are coming to an end. Now, the other thing kind of going on, and we're out here with Hot Shot Secret, they're also making products for the gas engines as well. And there's a lot of dudes out here this weekend that are kind of figuring out the secret of Hot Shot Secret. So now for the little history lesson in that diesel invasion, man, Ryan Milliken, kind of the dude that started it all with this car. But as far as this is all going and how it started, what happened with all that?
Well, actually, believe it or not, I started off with that truck over there. That was my second pride and joy, but that's the first truck to come here to race. This is the first car to come here to race at a pro level.
Right.
This is the first diesel to come race and mean business.
Right. So there's always somebody that's like out there that takes the arrows, so to speak.
Yeah.
And that was you.
These guys thought we were a joke to begin with, and now they realize when we pull up, we mean business. I'm working on 5 of them here today, but there's 9 diesels here total. 10, actually, if you count the one in the next class.
Let's go take a look at a couple more of these.
Let's just do it.
Man. All right, so I'm trying to follow along. This is actually where it all started.
It is. This is the first purpose-built drag vehicle that I ever had. So it was a 2014 Ram RT Hemi truck. This is the one that got diesels on the map. This is one of the OGs. This is the pool truck.
Yeah. Now, I love it. The pool truck, right? One of the best names out here. And the reason of that is?
So this truck has had quite the extensive history. It started off as a longer bed, extended cab Ranger, but it had a Ford Power Stroke in it. We switched it over to an iron block Cummins.
So this vehicle has hauled a lot of chlorine, a lot of little skimmer nets. That's the kind of stuff I like. 3 pool trucks made this one truck. This is Michael. Michael, you are the current owner of this right here.
Yes, sir. Nobody out here would have thought one of these vehicles would go this fast.
No, I think you're right.
With that power in it, right? Hot Shot's got on board with us, and it's all we use in everything, from the race truck to the truck that tows it to my personal trucks.
Well, and I think for the end consumer, too, anybody that's looking at this and they're going to think about it and say, well, listen, honestly, if it is holding up for what they're doing, you know, it's probably going to work on my
Absolutely.
that I'm driving every day. So we got a lot of the history about how this whole invasion started. We'll talk to a couple of the guys, but now this is Levon Miller. You're like the dude at the top that everybody in this whole deal is chasing. It's been a good couple of years.
It's been a journey for sure.
I really want to talk about that whole gas versus diesel thing, though.
Yeah.
You know, I know that drives you guys, right? But does it feel good to beat one of those guys?
Oh, it's always the goal because we've got a 409 cubic inch dump truck engine. You know,
Right.
it's an inline 6.
Now, I know that you and I have done this multiple times together, and we've talked about the relationship with Hot Shot Secret and the importance of the parts and everything. We talk about reducing friction. So talk about that relationship a little bit.
Well, Hot Shots is very important to any race team, but we do on the racetrack takes everything to the absolute extreme. And a lot of the data that we collect on as race teams, we turn that into their lab, and their lab can make their products as best as it could possibly be.
Yeah.
And then when we put those same fluids in our pickup truck, we know they're set up for thousands of miles because we've tested them in the extreme.
Spend a day out here at the track and check out all the action. But you know, for me, the story today was hanging out with the diesel guys. It's a small bunch of dudes, and they are basically doing something that defies conventional wisdom, but they're doing it all on their own. All the research, all the development, and all the funding, which is the hard part. Well, they're getting some help from Hot Shot Secret, of course, and that helps it all happen as well. But whether you're a diesel, whether you race a gas engine, or you're a fan or a spectator or even an employee out here at the track, you know what it's all about? It's all about passion.